Grown man business, priceless experiences, Napa Valley, Bron tasting, spoiling my women friends, sitting at the table with millionaires. The narrative is tax loops, accounts offshore squares. It's not allowed.
We are live. We are live. We are live. Man, it's great to be back. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the number one home for personal development. My name is Ken Billions. If you didn't know, if this is our first time meeting, greetings. How are you? I appreciate you being here. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and it's definitely a pleasure to chop it up with you. If you are returning back to the fam, man, this definitely doesn't go. There's nothing without the Coin Gang fam. And if you're new here, you'll know who the Coin Gang fam is. We have brand promises over here. And one of our brand promises over here is top shelf or nothing. So if you can see me, press 1, and if you can hear me, press 2. And if everything is good on your end, we'll do what it is we came here to do. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Again, this is the number one home for personal development. This is where you come ordinary and you leave extraordinary. This is ministry for the abstract mind. And it's a safe space for everybody with that out the box philosophy. It's going to go down today. This is a conversation for the fellas today. I'm going to go in a blasphemous area today. I'm going to talk to the homies. I'm going to talk to the bros. The women can listen in. You might not want your man to hear it, right? But the women can listen in. Before I begin, make sure you keep your babies close. Hug them tight. Hug them tight. My son is about to graduate 8th grade. He just got an award for a citizenship award, and that's about character. And I'm very, very happy about that. To me, that is a flex. And then he just plays second in state in track. That's a flex to me. So I'm definitely proud of that. So keep your babies close, because the moves your kids make, that's trophies, right? Those are trophies. That's bigger than cars. That's bigger than jewelry. What are your kids doing? Everybody's flexing, but no one's showing report cards. Everybody's flexing, but no one is talking about what their sons and daughters are doing. What's the flex then? Right? So to me, over here at Coin Gang, our trophies are the baby's accomplishments. If you got someone in your life, please, please, please be patient with them. This love thing is very, very difficult. Give each other space, give each other time. Please be patient. If you're on Facebook, you should have your supporter badge already. What are you waiting for? If you're on YouTube, super chat is your friend. You know, as soon as I see it, it puts me in the mood. It puts me in the spirit. And the Cash app is your friend. This week, Sunday, we will pick up where we left off for my members for our How to Body Bag Builds Masterclass. It's going down for my members. We missed last Sunday because I was moving and shaking, but we will pick up where we left off. And that'll be 8 p.m. Eastern, only for my members. And you can become a member on Facebook, on YouTube, or you can join kenbillions.com. And that is our masterclass, our third week. It's going to go down. How y'all liking the masterclass so far? Shout out to everybody there. I hope you are definitely getting a lot of value from it, because this week, it's a wrap, right? I have a book of the day. I went to my stash, and my book of the day is something I found in the stash. And I definitely recommend this book for men. I don't know if you can find it, but I'm going to put it out there for you, okay? The book of the day that I recommend for all the fellas is The Master Cleanser, okay? This is about detoxing, and it's by Stanley Burroughs, and I recommend this for men. Some of you may have done it before, the lemonade cleanse. You might have a better detox, but I recommend this for men. I recommend men detox, okay? I recommend men detox from social media. I recommend men detox from women. I recommend men detox from the homies. I recommend men detox from talking points, games, and play. And I recommend men detox in their diet. So I definitely recommend this. Found this in my stash. I had this for many moons, right? This is the Master Cleanser. Special needs for special needs and special problems. The author is Stanley Burroughs. I recommend this for the fellas because today's conversation is for the fellas. All right. Looks like this. Maybe you can find it. It's an oldie but goodie. Shout out to you. Make sure you're there this Sunday, beloved. It's going down. I'm very hyped and charged. All right. Shout out to the Coin Gang members, man. Today's build is an interesting build. We're going to talk about what does the future say about dating and mating? What does the future say? What does the future say about our talking points? Right? Will these talking points stand in the future? We're going to find out because I want to know what the future has to say about our talking points. And I don't think they will stand. I don't think our talking points and the data and all the shit that we're talking about, I don't think it's going to last. We're going to talk about neck up mating. Mating from here, neck up, right? But with your eyes closed, though. This is a conversation for the fellas. Can you mate from the neck up with your eyes closed? Because you know when you close your eyes, you can still see. Can you mate from the neck up using a different set of eyes to pick a woman? Think about it. We're going to talk about understanding logic because there's this misconception that men are naturally logical. Well, if that was the case, then men would use logic to pick women. And if you pick women based on their looks, that's not logic. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, men are logical. But on Saturday, when they go out, they dismiss all logic when it comes to picking a woman. Because if you're logical, right, which is the art of thinking or using logic to get to the truth, that's what logic is. It's a way to think of something. It's a branch of philosophy, which is not natural to a man. You have to be trained and learned in how to use a logical perspective. Okay? Because if you are logical, then how do you not get along with your baby mother? If you are logical, why are you complaining about alimony? Okay? So that means you didn't pick the woman with your brain. You picked her based on sexual desires. That's emotional. And we're going to talk about a new mating standard. I'm going to give the men 10 mating standards for women because men have no standards, right? A woman looking nice is not a standard. Has nothing to do with behavior, has nothing to do with ability, has nothing to do with intelligence, okay? So I am going to give the men a mating standard. Our conversation for today, if you didn't know, is act like a man, be hypergamous like a woman. Mating science for men. Act like a man, behave like a man, but be hypergamous like a woman. Because it's very interesting that we say that women are emotional. But if women are emotional, how come they mate for resources? That's not emotion. That's strategy. Okay? Picking a person because of their skill set and making a projection if there would be a good long-term partner, that's not emotions. And if you tell me that men are visual and we pick women based on how they look, that's not logic. Sometimes I don't think people actually dissect some of these talking points. If women are emotional, then why are they picking men because of resources? That's not emotion. And if men are logical, why are men picking women because of how they look? I think you need to go back to the drawing board with your talking points. I think the blacks and certain groups of people have maxed out on relationship talk. Honestly, you don't think about the things that you say. Yeah, men are logical, but I'm going to put a baby in a woman based on how she makes me feel sexually. How is that logic? How is that logic? So what I want to train the male mind to do is to maybe you should pick a woman with the same criteria that women pick men with. Maybe men should have more discernment in the women that they choose so they can get a better outcome, because a pretty face does not equal a good mother. A pretty face does not equal a long-term partner. A pretty face doesn't mean that she has a code. Oh, you're tripping because she showed your screenshots. You should have audited her. You should have vetted that. But remember, feminine, fit, cooperative, submissive, right? Which one of those say good mother? Feminine, fit, submissive, cooperative. Which one of them is say integrity? Oh, you don't care about that. Feminine, fit, cooperative, friendly. Which one of those things say that this individual will keep your secrets? Feminine, fit, cooperative, submissive. Which one of that says that she knows how to move in a room full of vultures? Which one of that indicates that she can be educated and taught? Which one of that says that she knows how to use a bow and arrow or a rifle or the 40 cal? How is that logical when you're taking sexual desires and using it for long-term planning? Before I begin, I'm going to say a prayer for the fellas because the fellas need it. I pray that the men begin to father each other. I pray that the men begin to work with each other and build with each other and have open dialogue with each other about their traumas, about their financial issues, about turning 40 and 50. And I pray that the men begin to let their guard down around each other and form family bonds. I pray that the men escape games and play. I pray that the men realize that the woman ain't your enemy. Your enemy is your own mind. I pray that the men come together, not in trauma, but in brotherhood for real things like personal development. Abracadabra. I don't think men understand magic. I don't think men understand magic. I don't think men understand how magic works. Because the finessing that goes on with women, how women finesse men, is magic. But I want men to understand magic real quick, okay? Magic comes from the magi or the magi. They were skilled magicians and astrologers. Okay. Have you heard of the 3 wise men in the Bible? They come from Media, the city of Media. They were from the tribe of the Medes. Okay? So this is the origins of what the word magic comes from, the Magi. You see Magi, magic. They come from Media. They're from the tribe of the Medes. Okay? They deal with the supernatural, the art of influence and predicting events and producing marvels using hidden natural forces. Now, according to Penn and Teller, there's 10 common magic tricks: production, vanishing, transformation, restoration, transportation, transposition, escape, levitation, penetration, and prediction. There's one form of magic not on there that I'll get into in a sec. But for men to make better choices in women, men need to know magic. Right? Right? That's interesting. That's interesting. Never once sounded like this guy. Stick around for a second. I guarantee you by the end of this, you'll take that comment back. Interesting. I deal with the occult. I don't deal with stats, data, statistics, and shame, blame, and explain. I don't deal with that. I deal with the occult, the meaning behind the meanings. Interesting. You need to check my library, my video library. Anyway, men need to know the 10 types of magic: production, vanishing, transformation, restoration, transportation, transposition, levitation, escape, penetration, prediction. But there's one form of magic that's not on here. But let's go through these. Production. Production is when the magician makes something appear out of thin air, like pulling a rabbit out of the hat, out of an empty hat. So understand, anytime you're watching a magician, they're going to do one of these 10. Then you have vanishing, the inverse of production. This is when the magician makes something or someone disappear. Then you have transformation. The magician alters an object like a flower and turning it to a dollar bill. Then you have restoration. After appearing to destroy the object, the magician restores it. Then you have transportation. And this is a combination of vanishing and production. The magician makes objects appear to move from one place to another. Okay. Then you got transposition. This is also known as double transportation. The magician makes multiple objects change places. Then you have levitation. This is a lot of people's favorites. Defying gravity. Magician makes something appear to levitate. Then you have escape, like Houdini. Houdini was an escape artist, right? A straight jacket in a pool full of sharks, things like that. Then you have penetration. The magician makes solid objects to appear to pass through their body. Then you have prediction. Prediction is, I can tell you what card that is, right? I can tell you what card that is. Now, why did I just go over the different forms of magic? I'm going to tell you. Because when men pick women, magic is being done on them without them understanding it. Because there's a form of magic that wasn't on here. Glamour. Glamour is a form of magic that puts men in spells. When men say they are visual, they are trapped in glamour. Now, I just named you 10 different types of magic, but an important one wasn't on there, and that's glamour. Glamour is a form of magic, an illusion based on a projection of one's magical energy, altering the awareness of physical form in order to trigger certain emotions. It makes objects and living things appear different from what they really are. What does that mean? What does that mean? Because all these dating coaches, they don't talk to you about glamour. Feminine, fit, friendly. You're going to throw your life away judging a woman based on those metrics. The woman can hide behind the glamour. You're going to throw your life away based on a visual of something. Men are visual. That's a flaw. Make sure you tell your child, your male son, to audit the woman, to talk to the woman, to pick the woman's brain. Never tell your child to pick a woman because how she looks. Haven't we all heard that looks are deceiving? Glamour wasn't mentioned in Penn and Teller's 10 Types of Magics. You know this is real, right? Huh? You know this is real, right? You have men telling men to pick women because how they look. How is that OG game? How is that good big homie advice? What esoteric scriptures promote shit like that? Does the Bible promote this? Does the Quran promote this? Does the Torah promote men picking women because how they look? But this is what your OGs are telling you. This is what your dating coaches are telling you. They are telling you to pick a woman based on things that are not real. But then they want to form men's groups when things don't go their way. But these your big homies, though. A bunch of stats and statistics, but no books, though. No books, no sources. Bunch of stats with no source. No authors. No books from the 1800s, from the 1700s, from the 1600s. Nothing ancient. Did your ancient forefathers and foremothers, is this how they made it as well? I'm not saying that the woman on the left is ugly. What I am saying, though, is that's her on the right. Now, she could be a bomb friend, amazing cook, smart as hell. She should be picked for that, not her on the right. But this is what the men want, though, right? Right? This is the shit your father didn't tell you, though, right? You want to hear women talk all day about their preferences, and you find that entertaining. Meanwhile, you are putting babies in women you don't even know. Meanwhile, you are marrying women, giving women your money that you don't even know, though. But you want to sit up and listen to women talk about their preferences? Yo, newsflash. If y'all didn't know, chick on the right is the woman on the left. This is glamour. Wait. Are you telling me it's some people in my chat that didn't know that the chick on the right is the chick on the left? Wait. You didn't know that? This is illusion. Look, man, stretch marks are real. It comes with the territory. If a woman breastfeeds her babies, her titties are going to be different. It comes with the territory. Some women have hair issues. It comes with the territory. But as long as you men want this certain type of women, you're going to keep getting caught up with trannies too and never know it. You know why? Because you don't want the woman. You want the glamour. And these dating coaches and these talking heads are walking you down a deep, dark path because you don't give a damn about the human. You want the production. Now, I don't blame the women for finessing niggas. If that's what you want, you want feminine, listen, man, that's an act. It's a switch women can click on and off. It's nothing but a way of thinking about something. But y'all think femininity is a look. That's why you get played. I can write a poem from a feminine perspective. It does not mean female. It does not mean woman. I can paint from a masculine point of view. It does not mean male. It does not mean man. It's a pole. It's a degree of electricity. These women are finessing you. And I don't blame them. That's your fault for not asking them, what do they read? That's your fault for not asking them what kind of documentaries they watch. That's your fault for not asking them what are their habits and hobbies. Fine. You don't care? What you don't understand is women having sex with you is not a punishment. They like sex too, so they could get sex from you, attention from you, and bread. But y'all want feminine, fit, friendly. Do you know prostitutes do that? For some Christian men, you sure don't apply Christian values to your mating and dating. For some militant pro-black men, you sure don't apply none of them principles to your dating and mating. For some people that are Pan-African, you sure don't apply none of that to your picking of a woman. All that stuff goes out the window. Interesting. Y'all some men of God, though. Right? Y'all some men of God, though. Very interesting, men of God. When your religion, the Torah and the New Testament, really is against women doing all this to their face. You know that, right? Your Quran is against all that. So y'all are men of God, Monday through Friday. But y'all some Gentiles on Saturday. Interesting. It's interesting that you will get off of your square. For the pussy. You ain't Pan-African no more when it comes to the bottom. Oh, it's not about the ancestors no more. Monday through Friday, you talking about what's natural. Monday through Friday, you trying to talk about esoteric things. You trying to talk about the ancestors. You trying to talk about Mama Africa and the old way and tradition. Really? But when you go out on Saturday, you are no longer the traditional man. You are modern as hell. Stop it, 5. We are in the future. And the woman that you pick has to have some intrinsic value or your bloodline is over. There will be no future for your progeny as long as you keep picking women based off how they look. Now, I'll be the first to tell you, when it comes to looks, it's fun to have sex with. But like Lil Wayne said, when I come to my senses. I'm gonna hit baby girl with the so what you finna do? yeah. What you about to do? I done made my phone fake ring before to get up out of situation. Yeah. I gotta go pick my man up, you know what I mean? Blah, blah, blah. Trash nigga shit. Yeah. You know why? Because your mind gets straight when you get that nut out. Now you back to your morals. Now you back to your day-to-day and what you got to do. But for some of y'all, it's too late. You don't put a baby in somebody based on what? And your homeboys, your male podcasters, they ain't checking you niggas. They don't give a damn about you. That's content strategy. Why you think they keep talking to women all day? Your martyr, your Messiah figure, Kevin Samuels, went to talk to women. Why? Because that's where the money's at. Why? Because you men ain't gonna listen. You want to be entertained. Yeah, Kevin, go at her, Kevin. He used to talk to you. Why he couldn't get rich talking to you? Why men can't get rich talking to men? Look at all the male podcasters. What are they talking about? Women being qualified for marriage, women's body counts, women being single mothers, and women eating it up. Meanwhile, you men are in the chat kikiing like hoes. That's what men are coming together to fellowship with. You men ain't talking about no glamour, huh? You ain't talking about the forms of magic. You're actually talking with the bros about picking women because how they look, but not their character, not the things that come out of their mouth. And you're having babies with women. You don't even know her father. You don't even know her mother. This is the most important decision of your life. And you didn't even pray about that. But you men of God, though. You got crosses, though. Only God can judge me, though. Just so you know, the girl on the left is the girl on the right. Her face is beat to the gods. The woman on the left is the woman on the right, fam. Y'all underestimate women's intelligence. Y'all think women are dumb. And that's their offense against you. You think women are dumb because you gauge it based on how you think. Okay? Women know that y'all care about looks. So they play with this. Some women will never have an education. Some women have no skill set. You know their retirement plan is to get knocked up by a baller, and you do it every time. You openly talk about what your preferences are, dummy. And you black men from America, you are openly online talking about your preference. And you work hard as hell. You go out the country, get a poor woman who's struggling for resources. How does she elevate you, dog? Your self-esteem is that trash that she elevates you? All that studying you did for school? All that training you did for your career as an athlete, but she elevates you because you're doing it for the bros. You want bro acceptance. Let me tell you something. Bro acceptance ain't nothing. I thought you was a man of God. I thought you want to be accepted by the Lord. Now you want to be accepted by the fraternity. Uh-oh. You want to be accepted by the homies. You want them to be like, oh, I see you, my dude. I see you. All your God talk go out the window, though. You a Christian man. Why is your dating and mating not based on your Bible? Y'all don't believe that shit. You're under the oppression because of prosperity gospel that Jesus' death did all the work for you, and you are straight. You eat what you want. You doing anything you want. You know why? Because you following the ideals of Paul. Oh yeah, I do that too. You are following the ideals of Paul and his letters to the church in Europe. You don't follow who you say your savior is. You got divorced men talking to you about marriage, but the Bible, the New Testament, is against getting divorced. Unless it's sexual immorality. But people could sit up here, divorced, Christian men talking to you about the man. But ain't none of them finding a woman based on scripture, though. And y'all making people saviors? I thought you only had one savior. All of y'all are vipers. They're talking to you. Pick a woman based on how she looks, fam. What about when you she don't know what to do? What about when you have a child and your boy falls off the bike? She don't know how to stitch that. She don't know how to do anything regarding your child. You ain't even think about that. You know why? Because you for the bros. My prayer for you, fam, is for you to be free from the bros and for you to be able to make decisions on your own that work for you. Find you a woman that's good for you, not that's good for men. All this general talking, men this, men that. What about you? That's content strategy. They don't give a damn about you. Many of you men haven't even overcome your childhood fears. Many of you men got sexual trauma. A lot of you have been molested, but you can't talk about that with the bros, though. You know what you can talk about? Single mamas. Trash. Lapeef Network. Can you put the Bible on your platform? Since y'all all Christian? Mr. Let Go. Can you put the Bible in your talk? Since y'all all Christian? Can you start putting scripture to what you're talking about? Fresh and Fit, they not even American. But the bros from America will let them sit up and clown black women, though. All of y'all out of pocket. Now, this the heathen talking. This the atheist talking now, right? This the occultist talking. This the I'm not supposed to read Aleister Crowley. That's me talking. Madame Blavatsky. That's me talking. I ain't gonna get to heaven. I'm talking for y'all that's going to heaven. Tuh. I tune into y'all. I don't hear nothing about y'all belief system because you damn sure ain't talking to women based on scripture. You pick and choose. prosperity messages. No fasting, no. No giving to orphans. No charity. None of the Christian podcasters are talking to Christian women about the Bible. That is real weird to me. When y'all gonna talk about y'all belief? Because in your Bible, it speaks against glamour. That's y'all belief. That's what y'all say y'all do. When the bros are going to come together and have a conversation about women's character. I know that's not sexy. Y'all logical though, right? But you're not using logic with who you put a child with. Because you sitting on internet crying about your baby mother. What happened to the logic, fam? What happened to the leadership, fam? You leaders, though. Providers and protectors. You can't protect yourself against glamour. Correction exposes character. And when I'm out of line, come check me. And I'm going to eat it and I'm going to sit with it. Ain't nobody above no sword, no word lashing. You niggas is out of line. The women. You don't even know how to pick them. The woman on the left is the woman on the right. This is a whole white girl. They can make this woman look Ethiopian. Fathers, talk to your sons. For real. Talk to your sons about the women that he aligns himself with. Have conversations with your child that people didn't have with us. Tell your son that his penis has value. Tell your son that it is no value in sleeping around. Don't let these young boys do what we did, not valuing ourselves in strange woman's bed. Don't go out like that. We was dealing with trauma. Mother issues, daddy issues, crack issues, welfare issues. Talk to your sons about glamour. Talk to your sons and tell that girl take that makeup off so he could get to know her. Take that wig off. Let me see who you really are. Put everything on the table before you have a child. The woman on the left is the woman on the right because of glamour. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? The men don't even know. The men don't even know about glamour. Huh? Now, I done made my mistakes like the rest of them. You know, my body count serious. You ever been on a football field, right? You know how you go from end zone to end zone? That's my body count. Have you ever drove across country like New York to LA? That's my body count. Have you ever took a trip, right, from Los Angeles to London? That's my body count. And I'm coming back to tell you that I could have did a lot of different shit with my time. And when the high came down and I looked over, and I'm like, man, what you finna do? What you about to do? Because you ain't even my friend. I'm here because me and my mother got issues and I need somebody to love on me. How about that? I'm laid up with you because I'm broken and I'm hurting. And the only way that I know how to connect is through sex. I don't know how to give a hug. I don't know about regular touch. And you got a generation of men who have went through the same thing where their person didn't even hug on them. The people in their house didn't even love on them. The environment, this fictitious community that y'all talk about didn't love on these boys. So the only thing they know how to do is connect through sex. They got a rocket in their pants that no one talked to them about, because you can't talk to the bros about that. The only thing the bros can come together to talk about is sports stats and what women are doing. But the bros can't talk to each other about their sexuality. The bros can't talk to each other about poverty. The bros can't talk to each other about childhood trauma. The bros can't talk to each other about their fear turning 21, turning 30, turning 40, turning 50. So you got grown-ass men stuck in arrested development that come to the young boys and talk on the young boy level. You don't believe me? Listen to the 45-year-old rappers. What's their songs about? We outside. Doing what? Are they answering your questions? Nah, they outside. They in the lobby. But everybody talking about the women they sleeping with. Is it raw? Huh? Are these women crazy? Does it matter? Are they talking to you about glamour? Okay, it's super chat. Shout out to Highly Favored. What's my thoughts on the black man who made a girl walk home after she paid for the date and gave him gas money? When a person ain't your friend, anything can happen, right? Anything can happen, right? Now, it's easy to judge the person. Cool. Let's deep dive into the psyche of a person that would do something like that. What's going on with dude? That's a cultural thing. You know what I'm saying? That's a cultural thing where we elevate foul nigga behavior. We rap about it, right? You get more acceptance from the bros the more you treat a woman foul. I grew up on Dipset. These was the foulest niggas ever. I grew up on Cameron. And if you listen, you know what kind of habits that they taught us? There was no dates. There was no taking a woman out to get to know her. Hey, Ma, what's up? Let's slide. We're going to get it on tonight. You smoke? I drink? What's up? Take a woman out. You not smashing on the first night, huh? That's what we was raised on. That's our psyche. This is what the bros talk to each other about. I don't want to hear shit about the white man. Nothing. Nothing. You know why? Because the white man is writing books about stoicism. The white man is writing books about time management. When it's time to heal, you don't go to the black bro. When it's time to heal, you go to Wayne Dyer. When it's time to heal, you're listening to Think and Grow Rich. I don't want to hear nothing about the white man. When I'm looking at what the bros do to each other, And the number one thing that the bros do to each other is send them down a dark path with women, even with this new women information. Straight up. Listen to a podcast of women talking and, oh yeah, I'm learning female nature. The best way to learn about female nature is to study your own self. Female nature is male nature. Knowledge of self teaches you all things. When you study self, you ain't got to go to no podcast. You don't got to hear women babble. Knowledge of your own self will tell you everything about a woman. You lie, women do too. You like money, women do too. You like food, women do too. You like sex, women do too. You'll finesse, scheme, strategize, plot to get your way, women will too. You don't study yourself, so you don't know women, right? You think women are separate from you. You're the same. You're built in pairs. You seen the movie Hancock? You come in pairs. The difference is, and we'll get into this now, is man is master of the seen and woman is master of the unseen. Let me get in my bag real quick. Press 1 if I can get in my bag real quick. Press 1 if I can get in my bag. We're going to have one of our coin gang moments. I said the man or the male is master of the physical space. The female, the woman, is master of the non-physical, the unseen. Let me tell you how this works. Only thing y'all talk about is babies, babies, babies. First and foremost, the earth is begging you not to have more babies. Because you producing more babies is a detriment to the earth because you're not taking and putting nothing back. So the earth is like, please, y'all don't have no more kids before I have to destroy y'all. Babies, babies, right? Let me tell you something. The woman is master of the unseen. So there's another birth that happens besides children. When the man gives the woman an ideal, there is a conception that happens between his mind and her mind. Thoughts come from the unseen. When a man gives a woman the ideals and thoughts, she takes the ideals and gives birth to them. So when you're finding a woman, you need to pick the woman that can give birth to your ideals first, not your child. When you see a woman, don't think children, think infrastructure. This is how you vet your woman, sir. Shoot your ideals at her and see what she says back. Does she come back with input? Does she go, oh, baby, you could, boom, boom, boom. I think you could, boom, boom, boom. Does your woman call you about your projects? Does your woman call you and minister to you about you? Babe, I think you could do this. I think you could do that. And what happens is a lot of men don't like that kind of birth. Oh, you doing too much. Y'all tell the women, y'all can't have it all. That's her birthing ideals because she's master of the unseen. The man is master of the dams, the bridges, the skyscrapers, the planes. And then you have the nerve to say, yeah, men built the world. Women build in the unseen. How you going to use that as a diss? Yeah, men build the world. You're men. You're masters of the physical. But just the way you are powerful in the physical, the woman is equally. Listen to what I'm telling you, because this can either save your life or destroy you. What man does in the physical, I need you to understand it conceptually. The woman does in another realm. This is why it's the women that's in the astrology. It's the women that's in the Reiki. You know what you men say? I don't believe in that shit. Because you're into physical gods, right? You're into monotheism. That's gods that deal with this realm. Really, the name is Adaldabroth. Your God is a demiurge that requires physical servitude, right? And the way you rule over a woman is taking the woman from the unseen to the seen. That's why women have no power now, because they're following physical gods, right? The women deal with spells and herbs. You know what you say? I don't believe in that. You know why? Because you don't deal with the unseen. Oh, this shit works though. You don't have to believe in it for it to work on you. A lot of you men have spells on you right now and you don't know it because you don't believe in it. Because you think that the way you perceive God, the woman perceive God. You perceive God on the physical level. The woman's God is unphysical. That's why you don't understand the woman's power. And for you indigenous people, you have a disconnect from nature. You still talking about white supremacy. You know why? Because you haven't addressed it with nature. But that's neither here nor there. We start talking about some spells. Oh no. Oh no. Y'all just think that the women are leveling up because the government, huh? That's what you think? Legislation. Is that what you think? All the hoes are leaving the strip club, turning to EFA. So a woman that y'all shame with those body counts, right? Y'all shame them out the church, right? They go to EFA. They turn to the unseen. You know how powerful they are? See, this is a conversation that the bros don't have. You don't want to listen, right? You don't want to study, right? Talking points, data, tradition. You're missing your blessings. And some of you men are cursed right now and you don't know it because you don't believe in the astrology. The astrology is a clock. A clock. You know what people were doing? Writing down certain characteristics every time a particular constellation was there. You know how long that took? Millions of years. Astrology is a clock. But you don't believe in it. That's fine. You got a spell on you right now. When you meet a woman, your first thought should not be children. Okay? The thought you should have when you are with a woman is, does she have the ability to give birth to your ideals? She represents the unseen. You represent the seen. Okay? So you know how a lot of women got a lot going on, but they ain't got no order, right? So they need a dude to come in and manage it a little bit. Do you know why? Because their mind ain't set up for the scene. So you come through with your knowledge of the scene. Okay, we're going to take what you're doing and we're going to organize it, right? This is how y'all balance each other. You come through with the scene, she come through with the unseen. The problem is, you think that, oh, men built the world, so the woman should be under me. And when you do that, you kill the woman's superpower. We the same, but we different. We different. The man cares about legacy. He cares about his name living on. He cares about survival. Doesn't look like women give a damn about none of that, huh? They care about quality and having a good time. They don't give a damn about none of that shit. You know why? Because they're not of the physical. Right? How you going to talk about female nature when you don't know what the female is? You know how deep this shit goes? Do you know how long we've been on this planet? Do you know how many variations of human we've been? This is our lowest that we've ever been, to the point where we don't even know how to talk to each other. Right? You need a dating coach now. You need a femininity coach now. How do the original man and the original woman need dating coaches? The original man and the original woman that have existed since time started has to learn how to be together. You bring the organization, she bring the unseen, right? I'm telling you right now, I don't give a damn about the gender war. If you don't have a woman birthing your ideals, you ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. And if I'm a simp for that, give me my fucking award. You ain't going nowhere. You ain't got a woman that you talking to about them business plans, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't got a woman that you're talking to about your future endeavors, you ain't going nowhere, because what you don't understand and what you don't know, every billionaire man got an oracle somewhere. What you think you just get a billion because you're a smart businessman? Nah, they going to see the witches about that. They're going to see the oracles about that. No king went to war without talking to the priestess. You are so fixated and focused on the bros, you have abandoned everything. You ain't got no woman running your chart? Oh yeah, y'all don't believe in it. Y'all don't believe in it, right? But that's wifey though. And that's the woman you're gonna have a baby with, though, right? Y'all laying up with women that don't even do your chart for you. Y'all laying up with women that don't even know the power of numbers. Y'all laying up with women that if you cough right now, she don't know what to do. Y'all laying up with women that don't got altars. You better get you a witch. Because you're going to need it. You know why? Because your enemy has one. And your enemy goes to his witch about you and how to defeat you. Take it or leave it. I know it's spooky, right? Woogity woogity, nigger. Woogity woogity, right? Woogity woogity. All right. You don't see all these statues around the world. Who you think built them? You don't see all this sacred geometry around the world. What's it for again? You didn't know that the mystic side of Christianity is Gnosticism? The mystic side of Judaism is Kabbalah. The mystic side of Islam is Sufism. You don't know that your elite families on the surface show up in the dogma, in the orthodox, but behind the scenes, they deal with the mysticism. You don't know that these high-profile men marry witches. Only a witch can be feminine. Only a woman that deals with spells and the occult can be feminine because they are harnessing energy from the unseen for creative purposes while y'all get BBLs and do your face up. That was never the power. What Jay-Z say again? I told my wife this spiritual shit really worked. What spiritual shit? What was Jay-Z? Oh, that went right over your head. Jay-Z said, I told my wife, damn, this spiritual shit really worked. What spiritual shit? What is he talking about? Oh, didn't Tom Brady just say that Giselle is a witch? Huh? Am I bugging, or did Tom Brady just say that his wife is a witch? But y'all don't believe in it though. You know why? Because of bro acceptance. You got to come through with your homies, man, and talk about the real. What are we looking at right here? What is this world? What is this planet that we live on? We don't understand it. And when you're caught up in the mating and the dating and the statistics and the dick and pussy talk, you're out of alignment. Especially if you so-called melanated. So you want to mate from the neck up. And you want to be able to close your eyes, right? And you want to be able to pick your woman with non-physical eyes. When you close your eyes, fam, you still have sight. Whenever you do to close his eyes real quick, you notice you can still see. You can see how your mom looked. You can see your first car. You can see a vacation that you took. What eyes are you using for that? And you can see it vividly. You can see the color. You can see the strings on a person's hair. You can see the shoelaces. You're able to rotate it 360 and turn around and see that building on the right and that building on the left. That is your non-physical eyes. That's what you pick a woman with, non-physical eyes. Because the non-physical sight is going to allow you to go deeper. It's going to allow you to go beyond the glamour. You cannot look at a woman with your physical eyes. I'm telling you that they're witches. They aren't dumb, man. Just because they cry, that's the same as you getting angry. That's the same as you getting aggravated. Don't mistake their tears for weakness, or you'll be in bad shape. The woman on the left is the woman on the right. This is glamour. You need to be able to close your eyes to feel and see who the woman really is. The reason why, beloved, is because that's where the woman really resides at. Women don't give a damn about the earth. That's their representative. For you to see the woman, you have to go to where they reside, which is the non-physical. Then you'll see who she really is. But if you're looking at her representative, that's not who she is. And they know it. You're trying to save the world. Does it look like they care? Men talk about legacy and my name and the future. Does it look like women care about that? Don't give a damn. They never was here in the first place. That's just the avatar. Pick women based on your non-physical sight. But you got to train it. You got to read. You have to study. You have to be deep in thought. You have to take yourself away from pop culture, fam. You know what I mean? You have to get out of the spells that male witches and warlocks create for you. All this data, statistics, and podcasts, that's spells. Come to find out, these dudes are in fraternities. Come to find out, these dudes are in lodges. Are they talking to you about money? No. Are they talking to you about life insurance, annuities? No. Are they talking to you about estate planning? No. They are having the lowest common denominator conversation with you about dick and pussy. On purpose. Because they know you broken. They know you need an adversary. So who's the adversary? Oh, it's these women. Oh, it's the gay agenda. You broken. So you need a reason why. And they're selling it to you. And they're making money hand over fist. It's a hell of a content strategy. But then when they die, you find out, oh, they was in a fraternity. Oh, they had to walk with a rope around their waist across the burning hot sand. Oh, they've been tried, denied, and willing to be tried again. Oh, when they slip and fall, somebody's going to do a lion's grip and pick them up. They got a father named Caution. If you know, you know, right? We need to understand hypergamy real quick because guys don't understand. And I think that they need to be a little more hypergamous in their decision making. We're gonna look at it and chop it up. We're gonna take a break real quick, and I'll wipe the sweat off my face. Give me about a minute. We'll come right back.
Look, I want more. I used to be apologetic about that, but I'm not now. I want more. If you're telling me that the universe is abundant, then there's no limits to what I can have. If I'm willing to put in the work, if I'm willing to grind, if I'm willing to be disciplined, then there's nothing I can't have. You know, I don't believe the lies anymore. I don't believe that I have to die to get heaven. I want it now. And I know you do too. We don't gotta be apologetic about wanting more anymore. I know I'm not. I want what's coming to me. It's starting right now. This that $20 appreciation. If you love the game, put it on the wood.
We are back. We are back. We are back. What is logic? What is logic? Because we hear all the time that men are logical. What is logic? I want to tell you today that logic is not natural to a man. Logic is a skill set that can be taught to your child. A woman can be logical. Anybody can if you are trained in the art of thinking. Logic is the science of how to evaluate arguments and reasoning. Critical thinking is a process of evaluation which uses logic to separate truth from falsehood, reasonable from unreasonable beliefs. If you want to better evaluate the various claims, ideals, and arguments you encounter, you need a better understanding of the basic logic and process of critical thinking. These aren't trivial pursuits. They are essential to making good decisions and forming beliefs about our world. Do you know logic is a branch of philosophy? Did y'all know that? So y'all think this is natural to a man? Metaphysics, axiology, aesthetics, politics, ethics, epistemology, skepticism, dogmatism. You know, logic is a part of philosophy. Did you know that? Because if men were logical by nature and use this as their framework to think, then how come you can't pick the right person to have a child with? I mean, you're into propositionals. You're into math. You know how to categorize things, right? But if you judge a woman based on her looks, none of that is logic. What you're actually saying, right, is you're into aesthetics, which is axiology. So y'all saying the wrong thing. Men are into aesthetics. So let me help you. Instead of saying you are logical, say you're into axiology, which is the aesthetics of things. Right? But the woman is emotional, right? And they're hypergamous. So it's real interesting that the logical guy doesn't know how to pick a woman, and the emotional woman picks a man for different reasons. If this is correct, this is a bad look, right? So what you're seeing is a chart of men and women. Top 20 men, top 20 women, middle 30 men, middle 30 women, lower 20, bottom 30 women, right? If you look at the top of the male chart on the left, right? The man at the top will mate with the woman at the top. He will mate with the woman in the top 20. He will mate with the woman in the middle 30. He will all go down to lower 20. Look at the woman at the top, though. She goes directly for the top man. She does not go to the bottom 30. She does not go to the lower 20. Even the top 20% woman goes to the top man. So how is the woman emotional and the man logical? When the man at the top will go to the bottom 20 of the percent of women to deal with. How is that smart? The woman at the top won't even sniff the bottom 30% of the men. Even the middle 30% of women, that's many women saying, you know what, I'm not settling, I'll just die alone before I go to the bottom 30 of men. And you know what y'all say? Oh man, y'all don't respect the average man. That's so much for being emotional, huh? You want the woman to have the same dating and mating criteria as you. Just because you don't have standards, you want the woman to not have standards too, just because you pick women based on nothing at all. You want them to do that. Who's emotional? At least the bottom 30% of women will go to try to get to the middle 30% of men. Look at the bottom 30. He wouldn't even touch the top woman. That's the difference about Ken Billions. I'm big game hunting. There's no such thing as a woman out of my league. You don't have to tell me no. You're going to have to tell me I'm too short. You're going to have to tell me that my language is a little too urban. Man, listen. I'm big game hunting. I'm going to the top. Who's the baddest woman in here? Who's the smartest woman in here? Who's the most accomplished woman in here? I would not give a damn. Oh, I'm shooting my shot. One thing for sure, two things for certain. The most accomplished women in the world have told me no. For sure. I'm going to try my hand. I ain't falling in no friend zone. I'm going right to it. I don't need no Kevin Samuels telling me about no women. I don't need no podcast, none of that. You know why? Because I think I'm that dude. Period. I could be delusional as hell. That's why it's funny when I hear men call women delusional, because I'm delusional. You ain't know I'm better than me. Flaws and all. I don't give a damn how much money she got. I don't give a damn what her accomplishments are. Ain't no woman in the world out of my league in my mind. I could be shallow how. You can't tell me nothing. I'm going at it. You know why? Because she just might be like, she might like 5'9" dudes. Do y'all know I done took down some 6 feet women? In heels, 6'3". Straight up. I done woke up next to some women. I'm like, damn, how bad that? Okay. I done had no car. Oh, that's okay, baby. So all that shit y'all dudes is talking about with this lack of confidence, I can't relate. Because I done had no whip. Baby, I ain't even tripping. And she might not even be like that. But for me, see, that's why you got to have that light on you. Because if you got that light, sometimes women will make an exception. You want to be exception to the rule. You don't want to put yourself in the basket with all the other guys. Be the exception to the rule. Where a woman break her rules because of you. Oh yeah, that's done happen. I done had a lot of women break their rules. Like, I usually don't do this, but I fucks with you. I thought the universe was abundant. Come on now. You want to be the man with the light on you. That's why I don't generalize and put myself with men, because I ain't them. I'm me. And I believe I could get my way. Period. And I had the baddest in education. I'd have had more women with more bread than me, smarter than me, been to more places with me than me. Here go some game for the bros. If you thinking like, can you cap it? How? I'm gonna tell you, I was their friend. Sounds corny, right? Sounds trivial. I never judged them. Nothing that they told me, whether it was body count, shortcomings, right? I'm the one that know women's real body count. I don't get lied to. I get the truth. I get the real world of women. You know why? Because I always come with friendship on the table. But I don't fall into the friend zone. No, I carry sexual energy around me, on me. It's on me. Like, no. I come with friendship on the table, but I am not the friend zone. You know why? Because we can fuck, and when we're done, I'll turn that switch right back off and we go back to being best friends. You should try that. If you try that, do you know how many women that you would get? Because women want to get it in too. They just don't want it to be weird after. Some of y'all can't get up from that space. You take it with you, right? You start talking about it in the morning and shit. Nah, go back to friend shit, right? You have to be able to divorce certain behaviors. So you could do something, leave it there, and just get back to how y'all regular relationship is. That's the skill set that I've worked on. That is the secret to why I've been very, very lucky with women, because I come with friendship on the table, but I make it clear I'm not friend zone. It's a fine line between that. Every woman that was my homie, knowing her mind, oh, can fuck me. There is no, I'm gonna nice my way into some pussy. No. They know off rip to keep this relationship in the daytime. I ain't going. I just carry it on me. A lot of you dudes, you don't have it on you. And then you want to get mad at the chick because she going on dates with you and you don't got it on you. You think you can nice your way into it. I'm a different kind of nice. I'm respectful and I'm cordial and I'm mindful of the person I'm with, but I don't never turn off my sexual energy though. you're gonna know, like, don't throw nothing at me. I'm gonna catch it. Straight up. Don't dirty joke me. But I come from that bottom 30%. That's my bloodline. I come from there. And I done big game hunted all the way to the top. Because that's how I always see myself. I don't give a damn where I'm from. I don't care who my parents are. I'm big game hunting. But it's a mistake for you to expect women to mate like you. You need to mate like women. All this bullshit, yeah, high value men don't care about degrees. Let's bury that. First of all, no. Black men don't care about that. Don't put that on all men. Black men are raised to have no standards because black men have a fucked up relationship in their mind with America. So you think that something is after you. You think that you are a slave. You think the system is just designed to work against you. Therefore, you operate like that in your dating world to where you have no standards and then you try to make it seem like that's all men. What are you talking about? The Rothschilds don't believe you. The DuPonts don't believe you. The Vanderbilts don't believe you. The Waltons don't believe you. Only the Negro mates from the neck down. Don't get sex twisted. Babies and pedigree, that is done based on skill set, ability, and bloodline. No one plays with their seed like that. No, the black male doesn't care about a woman's degree. Are you crazy? You don't care about a woman with a PhD? You don't ask what a woman does when you meet her? I'm turned on by a woman that got stamps on her passport. I'm turned on by a woman that is industrious. I want to hear about that shit. I get horny when a woman talks about her being competitive. See, that's the benefit of having a body count. I done got sex off the table, so I'm not tripping about that shit. Impress me. What do you do? Because I'm going to know if I could give you these ideals and you can birth them and you can hold me accountable to that shit. Only a Negro would say something like that when the whole world is based on education. The greatest minds in the world control the system. They are very smart. They're not there because of accident. They study. They read things like Adam Smith's Wealth of Nations. They read The Art of War. They read the Egyptian Book of the Dead. They know about the trivium and quadrivium. What are you talking about? How can you be descendant of slaves, but you don't care about the markers that elevate your social status? You don't care about education. You give a damn about how a person look. Only a Negro. Let me put this on the table. The Negro has not corrected his nationality. Therefore, you can't be the tastemaker in the world. You don't know who you are. Are you Negro, Afro-American, African-American? Are you black? You don't got a nationality. Status is all upside down. You think you got here off a boat. You don't know about them mounds all the way up the Mississippi. You don't know that your peoples have been traded north to south, from North America to Central America. You think you come from West Africa. Well, all right. You a former slave. And now you sitting up here talking about people's looks, and you don't care about education, fam? But you can't go to the United Nations being black. What's your status? Can you correct these women's statuses, man? Can you take them out of being legally dead? You know that black is dead in the eyes of the law, right? Can you correct a woman's status? I don't want to hear nothing about no fucking high value man when people are walking around dead in the eyes of the law. I do that too. Can you give the woman a mirror and tell her who she is? No. Y'all making a mistake. Y'all talking against the person that I promise you are going to need. You need them now. You need these women now. I'm going to be the nigga to say it. You need these women, man. What's wrong with that? That's the covering. Don't know that is scary hours. You cannot be out here with no covering. You talking against your covering. You gotta know the season. You gotta know the season. But you ain't gotta know. Cool. They can fuck with me. I'm gonna be covered. I'm gonna die when I'm 100. I'm gonna have the sister girls do all the spell work for me. Cause y'all tripping. And I'm gonna die when I'm in my hundreds. Moving around, still moving and shaking, teaching, embracing being an elder. Ain't none of these women gonna cook up no shit for me, praying on my demise. Y'all playing for the wrong team. Y'all playing for the wrong team. You got your spell workers against you. Now, some of y'all might say, well, if these women got the spells, why they not trying to bring down the system? Because they don't give a damn about the system. They care about your ass. They don't care about the system. You do. They gonna use the spells on you. You're the one that is focused on the earth. The system is your problem. The women don't give a damn about that. They gonna bring down you. Stop playing with the sister girls. Do they got issues? Yeah, of course. Some of them crazy? Yeah, of course. Are some of them batshit crazy? Yeah, of course. You know how I know? Because I am. Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No sound. Can you hear me now? My Wi-Fi buffer. Can you hear me now? 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 12. If you can see me, press 1. All good. All right, cool. My Wi-Fi went out. 1 sec. All right. You know, when we get in the spirit, you know what I mean? Shout out to y'all for chilling. All right. Women refuse to bring anything to the table and squares don't care. What is it that you want to be? What is it that you want a woman to bring to the table? What does that look like? What does that look like? What does bringing something to the table look like? What's that look like? Can you hear me? 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 What about now? What about now? Still? No? 1. You can hear me? All right. Oh, we're cooking. We lighting the mic up. Can you hear me? What about now? We good? All right. What do you want a woman to bring to the table? Like, what does that look like? What does a woman bringing something to the table look like? What does that look like? A woman bringing something to the table. If you don't know, let me tell you what you want to bring a woman, what you want a woman to bring to the table. You want a woman to bring the spirit world to your table. What else is she going to bring? You want a woman to bring the spirit world to your table. What else? Right? You want a woman to bring the astrology to the table. You want a woman to bring the spells to your table. Y'all make the mistake of talking about having this provision over the woman, but it's the spell over you. How do I know this? Some of y'all is still covered by the prayers of your granny. She prayed for your ass a long time ago, and you still good. So don't tell me about no spirituality. Don't tell me what you don't believe in when your grandma has covered you your entire life. All the jams that you done got yourself out of, all the bullshit that could have happened to you. Your Christian granny is the reason why you've been able to slide and you've been able to skate out of a lot of shit. That's what you want the woman to bring to the table. I ain't talking about no superficial shit. I'm talking about the things that's going to allow us to graduate to the new world. What new world, Ken? Let me show you. Let me show you what new world. I'll show you something real quick. Now, all the submissive, femininity, all that, right? I'm going to show you something. You tell me what any of that has to do with what I'm about to show you right here.
Imagine all of the incredible ways that smart glasses might distort the real world to understand it more deeply. Supersight can recognize and transform anything you see. For example, slowing down the wings of a hummingbird to understand how it stays aloft, or seeing a time-lapse view. Scale is also elastic. Now you can zoom into the invisibly small to see microscale with clarity, or zoom out to understand macrostructures. Combine these superpowers for a new zoomed-out, time-lapse perspective to see traffic flows throughout a city, or even further to observe patterns of immigration over centuries.
Okay, my bad. I didn't mute the speaker. It's probably echoing. Okay, I'm gonna play that again. All right, I gotta mute myself. I'm gonna play that again. Right, what you are looking at is me putting my phone up to this book right here. Right, I have an app on my phone that this book made me download. Right, I'm gonna play it again. I'll mute myself. Okay. What you're looking at is augmented reality. I was able to point my phone at this book, and that's what came up. So I'm gonna let me take myself down.
Imagine all of the incredible ways that smart glasses might distort the real world to understand it more deeply. Supersight can recognize and transform anything you see. For example, slowing down the wings of a hummingbird to understand how it stays aloft, or seeing a time-lapse view. Scale is also elastic. Now you can zoom into the invisibly small to see microscale with clarity, or zoom out to understand macrostructures. Combine these superpowers for a new zoomed-out, time-lapse perspective to see traffic flows throughout a city, or even further to observe patterns of immigration over centuries.
What you just were looking at was this page right here. My phone was able to make that come alive. Now, talk to me about a femininity, submissive, cooperative. What does that have to do with that? That is the future, okay? The way that smart glasses are going to work, I can put my glasses on and it can make things look however I want it to look, right? So I can tweak my glasses a little bit, and a average looking woman can be a baddie through those augmented glasses, right? But what does that have to do? What does these conversations have to do with what the future is saying? This is that page that I just showed you. Looks regular, right? But not when I go to the app and I point at this picture. What are we talking about here? Is feminine, fit, friendly? Are those conversations going to have you straight in the future, bro? Are your OGs talking to you about that shit? 50-year-old niggas, 60-year-old niggas can't tell you shit about the modern woman. Nothing. They're not even going to be here. And they ain't here. Don't know about virtual reality. Don't know about where we're going. Do you know that's going to change the way human beings look up? Have any of them, your OGs, talk to you about Ray Kurzweil? Have they talked to you about futurists? Have they talked to you about 2050 and the possibilities of what our world could look like? But you're talking about femininity, cooperative, and submissive. That's what you want to talk to women about? That's what you want the conversation to be, fam? I'm talking about your real life, dog. Science is happening. Science is happening. The world is changing. There was a cryptocurrency that lost 99% of its value. Femininity? Oh, you think it's a game? No one else is going to show you this. What are we looking at, Ken? Oh, nothing. Just a futurist model about the way the world is going to be in 2050. What about now? One second. Am I good now? I'm good? Man, we tripping today. All right. We tripping today. We good? We good. All right. Let me get through this because woof. Let me get through. We good now. We straight? All right. We straight? All good? All right. All good? Straight? All right. So let me bring this back up. So you probably didn't hear what I was saying, but what I showed you was the model of or the depiction of Nigeria, okay, in 2050. All right. So we're going to go to somewhere else. So we're going to go to where that hits home. Now, this is Earth 2050 by Casper Sky. Let me tell you what happens to Louisiana. This is a prediction based on a futurist. Bring this up for you. They're predicting that in 2050, New Orleans, Louisiana will be underwater. All right. So, as most of you already know, when there is seriously bad weather in the South Louisiana, New Orleans tends to flood a bit. And with global warming, the way it is, well, that is not going to get us anywhere good. Many of us have already know that the sea levels are rising because of thermal expansion caused by warming of the ocean and the increased melting of land-based ice. This is causing ocean levels to rise. The Mississippi River Delta and coastal Louisiana are disappearing quite quickly. Louisiana has lost 2,000 square miles of land since the 1930s, and this is still ongoing. Are you reading this? We are losing land. Peep what they about to say, though. Therefore, by 2050, New Orleans will be most likely underwater. However, there's a possibility of an underwater city. Although no one knows for sure what the future holds, we can still theorize and make predictions. Maybe somebody will invent a large, thick glass dome, which will be placed on the ocean floor, and the water will be vacuumed out of the dome into the ocean, creating a large air pocket, basically. There will be this will be anchored to the ground so the air does not lift the entire dome. Besides, we could set up a large, man, this is 2050. Now, do you know that a lot of financial forecasts are based on what futurists say? Have you ever heard of Michio Kaku? He also is a futurist. Ray Kurzweil is a futurist. A dome, Louisiana or New Orleans being an underwater city? We're talking about femininity and submission. Wait, do you see this model that this person has? I don't think you understand how deep this is. Let me just show you the demo real quick. This is the world based on 2050. peep the demo. Up there it says one world currency. Web 3.0 is dead. The young lady, she has charging fashion on. So you don't have to plug up your phone to an outlet no more. Your clothes will charge it. Wearables, wearable technology. This is playing games, man. You know what I'm saying? Femininity, masculinity. What we talking about here? What does the about these talking points? This many of you are going to be alive in 2050. Look, do you see that? Floating skyscraper. You see that? Somebody's children is going to develop this shit. What do you think the worlds are for? What do you think the purging is for? It's for out with the old, in with the new. If you don't represent a look at the city underwater. Remember the dome? Look at it. If you don't represent a futuristic mindset with a futuristic relationship, you done. The future is not going to talk about femininity, masculinity, blah, blah, blah. A man is this, a woman. No one got time for that shit. Look at a hotel. Don't think this is a game, because whoever thought that the car was a game or the airplane was a game or the submarine was a game, you men got to be hypergamous like the women. You got to practice hypergamy. You got to talk to the smartest women. You got to talk to the women that are going places, that got their head on straight. If she fine, even better. That's 2050. A lot of us going to be alive in 30 years. As a dude in the world right now, you cannot afford to be in conflict with the sister girls. You can't. You can't be, you don't got time to be listening to podcasts and listen. Why are you listening to the lowest woman talk about? First of all, a woman of the future will never be on a podcast talking about what kind of man she wants. How about that? She's stuck in analog. So forget about her. Why do I care about that? So what I want to do for the men is I want to talk about the new dating and mating relationship standard for the guys. You ready? If you ready, press 1. I'm going to give you 10 rules or 10 standards that you should go by, right? And it's going to be completely different than what these other dudes are telling you. You know why? Because I really got love for you, for real. And I want you to catch a dub. Are you ready? I'm about to give you these 10. This is going to save your life. If you are looking for a woman, try this and get back to me. All right? Number 10. Her religion must be personal development. Her religion must be personal development. What that means is she is focused on improving herself. See, that benefits you when her religion is personal development. See, when her religion is personal development, she ain't got time for When her religion is personal development, fam, she ain't got time to be all up in your shit. See, when her religion is personal development, she got things to lose. When a religion is personal development, she is constantly seeking knowledge. She makes it her business to self-improve. She makes it her business to do better. Right? A lot of you have never been with a woman that is focused on personal development. You know, hoes can work on personal development. You know it doesn't overlap, right? Let me explain something to you. Sex is primal. It's over there. It has nothing to do with the value of the person. Y'all mix the two, right? You think something people do for primal purposes have something to do with their day-to-day, and it doesn't. You think sex is more than what it is. It's not. It's very animalistic. We like to make it special. Oh, it's an exchange of energy. What are words then? How come we don't apply that to conversations? If it's an exchange of energy, if sex is like that, why do you eat meat? Why do you drink soda? That's not energy. Beef, that's not energy. It's an animal's energy. Why do you eat chicken? That's an animal's energy. So please miss me with the, oh, sex is energy exchange. You don't care about that. Keep that same energy in your conversations. Keep that same energy in your diet. Keep that same energy when you're listening to drill music. That's not energy. No, sex is primal. So her religion must be about personal development, maxing out on her ability, being the illest human that she can be. Have you ever met a woman focused on that? Have you ever met a woman focused on being the illest individual? And let me tell you something. When a woman is focused on personal development, she don't give a damn about no biological clock. She don't give a damn about, oh my God, I haven't had babies. She don't care about pop culture. She don't care about trends. She don't care about what they say or what they say is popping. She is only focused on the development of her mind, of her emotions, of her heart, of her skill set. Women focused on personal development don't call into dating shows. They'll call into Dave Ramsey and ask for some financial tips. They'll call into a program talking about real estate. Women focused on personal development don't give a damn about dating and mating. If she finds a man, that's extra. So I want you men to focus on a woman or align yourself with a woman that makes personal development her religion. She has a thirst for being the best woman that she can be. That's number 10. Number 9. Find you a woman that's an individual. What do I mean by that? A woman that's an individual is not going to group herself up with other women. She's not going to speak from that perspective. Oh, women this and women that, and y'all abuse women. And she is accountable and responsible for her experiences. There are women that have not had these horror stories with men. I know it might seem odd, But there are women that have not had these horror stories, right? So you want to find you a woman that leans on her own individual experience, that embraces her own individuality, has her own style. She's not focused on what people are going to say, how she does her hair, or the decisions and moves she makes. She's an accountable woman. Whatever her results are, it's her fault. She embraces and leans into her individuality, her own creativity, her own mind, her own wants and needs. She doesn't see herself as the collective of women. Like I don't see myself as the collective of men. So if I'm on YouTube and I see a woman bashing men, fuck that shit don't got nothing to do with me. I'll listen and chuckle because this shit is entertaining. But I'm never gonna defend men, all men, because I don't know you niggas. I'm only gonna speak for the people that want what I want. Those men that are focused on personal development, right? Find you a woman that is an individual woman, sovereign, her own sovereignty, right? Now, an individual woman, even though she's an individual, she has healthy relationships with her small group of women. Every woman that's an individual, she doesn't speak for all women. She's a representative of her small crew, right? She's a representative of her small crew, right? Find you a woman that's an individual that don't give a damn about what the blacks say or what Twitter says or what they say. Nah, man. Get you a woman that's not afraid to stand 10 toes on her word, on her decision, ain't making no excuses. If she falls, she picks herself up. A lot of these women are individuals. They see themselves as a group. They're always going to be in clubhouse rooms with other women hurting. And I understand that because I've hurt too, right? So you got to deal with that shit and then come back to the front line, you know? So find you a woman that is an individual, right? Number 8. Ooh, it's the one right here. Find you a woman that is striving for something greater than marriage. A lot of these women, their creativity stops at marriage and a man being monogamous to them. History doesn't remember wives. History does remember Amelia Earhart, though. It does remember Joan of Arc, though. It does remember Helen Keller, though. It does remember Eartha Kitt. Now, they may or may not be married, but that is not what you remember them for. You got women really tripping the fuck out because they're not married. You want somebody to just be in the bed with you. Fellas, find you a woman that is striving for something greater than marriage. See, a woman striving something greater than marriage, you know what she likes? Companionship. Let me explain that to you. A woman striving for something greater than marriage, when she wants to let her hair down, she wants to tap into her companion. Hey, what's good? What you got going on for this weekend? Meet me this weekend, or I'll see you next month, right? A woman striving for something greater than marriage, she don't want a man all in her shit every day. It's a distraction. Y'all think women are distract you. You distract women too. So you want to find a woman that is striving for ideals that scare her. She's aiming high. She's big game hunting. And marriage is not the highest form of her creativity. I'm sorry. When you are melanated, it's like the creativity stops at getting in a relationship. That is all you people know how to talk about. Relationships. That is it. Yo, let me tell you something. That really shows the intelligence level of this so-called collective. All of your conversations are about finding a man, finding a woman. Really? While the world has passed you by. You know, people make apps. The things that we use on a day-to-day basis, that comes out of a human's mind. Finding a life partner is not a goal. It happens when you're in your purpose. But when you're striving for something greater than marriage, you want companionship. Because what you're focused on requires your undivided attention because you're trying to max out on your ability. Now, there are exceptions. Some women are kingmakers. What that means is they need to align with something they can work on and build with, right? So there are kingmaker women that aligning in marriage is wrapped in their purpose. The marriage is not the purpose, but them making kings is. Kingmakers can, oh yeah. Nobody is self-made. A lot of these ideals that these dudes have come from women. A lot of the swag dudes have come from women. They not going to tell y'all the truth. The women is just in the background. There are women that are kingmakers. Yeah, right, Ken. Kings make themselves. All right. That's why in every movie where there's a king, why does he go see this secret wise woman somewhere? Some oracle somewhere. Official niggas get their game from women, man. Why you think I'm so cold? The coldest women on the planet have loved Ken Billions. Some have came in my life for seasons, 1 year, 2 years. Some are still here, right? Some of the coldest. Some of I'll never speak to again. I done had the coldest. All right. And I done got a piece of them that no other man has got. They gave me a gift. Right? Because some of those women they play the game. They wear a mask for the public, right? But for me, they took the mask off. That's why I'm here to talk to you today. Kingmakers. I've had access to kingmakers, right? The spirit world knew what I was missing with my mama, and it sent me some of the baddest. Ain't no man gonna tell you that. They just gonna, yeah. Number 7, Fellas, find you a woman that is mastering a craft. Find you a woman that is mastering a craft, something that she is head first in, something that she, when she talks about it with so much passion. Aesthetically, a lot of the bros are not attracted to Serena Williams. You're crazy. This is a woman that is the best at something. How many of you ever slept with a woman that was the best at something? You talk all this energy shit. You know the side effect of you laying in the bed with someone that is the best at something. See, that's how I think. I want to be affiliated with a woman that's a master at something, so I can be in awe of her work. See, I'm not in love with the bros. Y'all in love with the bros. So you filter everything to what these niggas is gonna say. What if your baby mama or your wife was the 1% in something? You know what that says about you? That's why a lot of men's confidence is shot, because you mess with women that ain't masters at nothing and ain't trying to be. They ain't 1%, 10%, 50% in nothing. The only thing they got is a camel toe. That ain't shit. You could give me a damn 5 and we gonna ride. You could give me a 6, we in the mix. Give me a damn 7, we in heaven. Give me an 8, we gonna be great. Give me a 9, we gonna grind. Give me a 10, we gonna win. But damn it, give me a 1 and we gonna have some fun. Give me a 2 and we gonna come through. Give me a 3 and we gonna be. Give me a 4 and I'm gonna come through the door. I don't give a damn. I could work with anything. I'm mashing for my rations. Y'all got the game fucked up. I'm going to always be okay because I'm going to put 3s on top of 2s, 4 on top of 3s, 5s on top of 4s. Always. I'm going to always be good. Because the superficial don't impress me. Oh, you got a little stretch mark? Cool. We can work on that. There's apps for that. You know how to do shit? You know how to increase what I'm doing? I'm going to always choose the woman's ability over her looks. Y'all don't care about ability. Y'all don't care about the woman being a master. Only thing you care about is what these niggas gonna say about the woman you with. Man, just date the bros. You getting this nigga that just died tattooed on you, but it's your baby moms that let you use the car. It's the woman that gave you money to flip. It's the woman that told you when these niggas was talking bad about you. But you get a nigga name tattooed on you that you don't even know. These women out here marching for you niggas. Unbelievable. When you come home from jail, None of the bros got nothing for you. It's baby girl, give you the income tax. Stop playing. Oh, now, none of these niggas exist, right? Oh, okay. Oh, those is the pookies. Well, that's the majority of you niggas. This nigga you ain't never met in your life. You elevating him, but it's the women giving you their last. I know they giving you their last. You tattooing a nigga on you? It's the women buying your records. It's the women supporting your shit. It's the women giving you babies. You doing dirt, the women look the other way. I wish I would. I wish I would. All the women that have been a blessing to me in my life, and I'm a tattoo a nigga on YouTube? Blasphemy. Find you a woman that is trying to master something. Something that she goes to sleep thinking about, wakes up thinking about. You want to be affiliated with a woman other women want to be, not because of her BBL, because of her ability. It's interesting. I never hear men talk about they want a disciplined woman. I never hear women. Number 6. If she don't read books, give her no looks. You want a woman that's feminine, fit, cooperative. Do she gotta be smart? Do that even matter? If the woman is the first teacher, wouldn't it be wise to mate with a woman that reads? You the high value man, right? So you're working 60 hours a week, right? So your woman is going to be teaching your children, right? Teaching them what? Remember, that ain't important. She got to be feminine, fit, cooperative, friendly. You could go to the brothel. That's what they are. Which one of them indicate teacher or educator? Who gonna read to your daughter? Who gonna read to your son? Y'all don't even want women that read. You can't have no love for the bros. This can't be bro love. Don't you want the woman when you away, you working, she's counting with your baby, reading with your baby, putting pencils in your baby's hands, crowns in your baby's hands? Don't you want a woman that breastfeeds your children? Don't you want a woman that look over your taxes? Don't you want a woman that don't spend your money, flips your money? Nah, she gotta just look good. The funny thing about that is new pussy turns to old pussy. Now what? If it's just that, now what? If she don't read books, give her no looks. That should be your thing coming out the gate, fam. What are you reading? What do you read? Now, some women that read college books, and then there's some women read for personal development. Women that primarily read college books are a little different than women that read books because of personal development. I know the difference immediately when I hear about it. I know the woman that just got a bunch of stuff in her head, and when we're talking, she just, and I know the woman that reads because of personal development. Right? I'll talk to you about that at another time because that's discernment. Number 5. This is a big one. You ever been with a woman that wants you to win? That get turned on by you winning? A lot of y'all men have never ever been with a woman that wants you to win. She wants you to win even if you ain't with her. When a woman wants you to win, she talks about you winning. A lot of the men are designed to be with a woman that talks about the relationship. Who has time to talk about the relationship? Who has time to talk about their feelings all the time? Y'all have been designed to like those women because it's a dopamine rush to date women that are very needy for attention. See, y'all want the woman to not have anything going on. You want to dominate her life. You want to stand right in front of her. A lot of you say, quit your job. I'll take care of you. You want the dependency of the woman. And it's going to backfire on you because she's not going to want you to win. You're taking her away from the market. You're taking her away from infrastructure to be the only thing that she pays attention to. But here's the problem with that. The closer you are to something, the less you see. Don't tell that woman to leave her job for what? Don't tell that woman to leave school. Don't try to get that woman pregnant as soon as you meet her. Because you're not gonna want what comes with it. You want to dominate her life. And then when she's calling you 10 times in a row, and when you answer, what? What's up, man? I'm working. And you know what she's gonna hit you with? What are you doing? She ain't even want nothing, but you created that monster. So Find a woman that wants you to win, that wakes up in the morning having dreams about you winning, you know, that talks about your wins more than you talk about the relationship, you know. I don't want to be a woman's number one. I like my space. I get really irritated really quick. So my ideal relationship is us having a lot of space, because I have mental relationships. So the more space between us, the more I like you. Number 4, this is a big one. She must be your friend first. She must be your friend first. Do you know friendship is higher than marriage? See, friendship cares about your well-being. You know, friendship, there's no judgment. You could be yourself. Give you an example. So, a lot of people see me on the microphone and they'll hold me to oh, that's Ken Billions, right? And if you do that, you're not really my friend, because once you see me behind the scenes, I'm not allowed to be free. I'm not allowed to be goofy. I'm not allowed to joke. I'm not allowed to let my hair down, because I'm the guy from the computer. So I have to always stay in character. But God damn it, what about if I want to stand on the club couches? What about if I want to turn up? I may have some vices. See, your friend is your safe space. A lot of you only have date women where you got to stay in character. That shit ain't no fun, man. Where she looking at you. You know, I've been in that situation before where I let somebody in my circle and they kept me in character. So anything I would do, it was like, oh. You think I want to be this all day? See, this is the messed up thing about when you're the person on the microphone. You have to actually keep your distance around people. Some people ask me in my email, Ken, when are you going to do a get together? When are you going to meet everybody in person? I'll be like, I don't want you niggas around me, because you're not my friend. Because when we meet, you're going to expect me to be Ken Billions. You're going to be trying to pick my brain and shit. Man, I'm trying to drink. I ain't trying to talk about no books right now. Nigga, where the drugs at? Fuck out of here. So you see what I'm saying? You gonna be like, Ken, oh my God. You trying to talk spirit, man. My office hours is over right now. Turn up, throw it back, drop something. What's that? And then you're gonna come back to the internet. Oh my God, Ken, see? That's not friendship. You holding me to this light. I'm a nigga too. So you mean to tell me you want to dance to all the music, you want to pop, lock, and drop it, and you want to keep me on camera doing all this shit? Nah. I'm trying to turn up too. That's why you got to find you a woman that's your friend, that likes you when you on stage and likes you when you off stage. That's very rare. Friends that twerk together, work together. That's what I'm talking about. But that's why I haven't done no meetup though. That's why I haven't put together, because I'll be like, I like my distance. I like people not knowing about me. I don't know if I want to blur these lines. Because I have a whole nother side of me that you might not like. So I just come and do my work, and then if you know me, you know me. You know what I'm saying? If you know me, you know me. You know me, like for real. Root chakra poppy. Because I definitely engage in my lower self. I'm both. Lower self and higher self. Everything got a season. So find you a woman that is your friend first. Good question. Control. A lot of men avoid smart women because they don't want pushback and control. You know what I mean? And a smart woman that can think, she's gonna ask questions. You don't tell the truth to the smart woman. You know what I mean? So that's why. A less intelligent woman, a woman that's easily impressed, she's easy to move around, right? She ain't seen much. You know what I mean? So you can imprint on her. It's about the imprint. It's about the control, which is a mistake, though, because that's always going to backfire, right? So you want a woman that has focused on her emotional development. You want a woman that's not easily impressed. You want a woman that's seen some things. And damn it, you want a woman that has had some sex before. Ken, what are you talking about? Yes. 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 You know why? So she could take your best shot and she don't ruin your life. Y'all make the mistake. There's consequences for turning people out. You better be ready to manage the individual. Give me the hoe. I'm sorry. Call me whatever you want. I don't got time for trying to manage my nasty. I need to be able to put it on the table, and she picked that motherfucker right up. Give me the hoe. You can have all the. Give me the hoe. Shit, I don't give a damn. I don't got time for that. I'm in the future. Give me the chick with the bodies. I don't give a damn about that. None of that. I don't got time for managing. I don't got time for pulling back and she's insecure about what we did last night. Give me the hoe. I deal with the occult. I don't got time for none of that shit. Give me the nasty chick. Don't worry. Wayne said I wouldn't give a damn if she's a prostitute. That's how I'm mashing. Don't got time for that shit. We out of here. Not find you that nigga that I'm learn my lesson from turning people out. You feel me? I'm not getting my life ruined. Give me the hoe. Give me the one that's about what I'm about. And we ain't got to be feeling all weird and shit. Man, I'm almost 40 years old. Everybody got to pass. Like, I'm too grown for that shit. Plus, I know who Lilith is. Fuck I look like. Straight up. I don't think that was number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. I didn't do a number 3. I missed a number 3. But for my number 3, make sure she nasty. Make sure she nasty. You know why? Because y'all marry the unnasty chick just so you can have the hoe on the side, the sex worker who you can really be yourself with. That's dumb, right? So just get with the nasty chick. I'm telling you, here's the thing about the bros that y'all don't understand. When the bros find out she tossing your salad, you think that the bros is not gonna holler. They're gonna holler. This is what the bros do. Yo, she nasty. Ooh, yo, she nasty. And they be right in her inbox. Don't let the bros fool you. There is nothing too nasty for the bros. Trust me. So number 3, I didn't put it up here, right? Find you somebody nasty. So you don't have to create these other women to slide with, right? Just accept the one just accept her. Because that's what happens. You want the wife, the main, quote, main chick to have this purity, because somehow you equate that with her motherhood. Hoes can be good moms too. Like, hoe doesn't equal bad mom. Nasty doesn't equal bad mom. Where y'all get that from? You think, oh, she's a virgin, aka good mom. Huh? Sex is one thing, mother is another. Just like football is one thing, basketball is another, baseball is one thing, hockey is another. You know, you train for those sports differently. So number 2, not just a nasty one. Find you the nastiest you can find. Number 2, very important. Find you a woman that understands the internet. Find a woman that knows her way around the internet, that understands algorithms, that understands hashtags, that understands email marketing, that understands search engine optimization. Find you a woman that knows how to build an email list. Find you a woman that knows about TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Find you a woman that knows how to make money digitally. You know how much that changes the game? If you find a woman that knows about the digital world, y'all haven't even thought about this. Y'all are talking about feminine, fit, friendly, cooperative. What the fuck? What the fuck? Does she know how to use a computer? She has a smartphone, but is she smart with it? Right? We were talking about, do you want to win, fam, or not? Where are you playing this game from? What are you playing this game for? Is it about winning or not? I need me a woman that when I post something, she like, nah, babe, you didn't put this hashtag because this is ranking. Y'all don't want to win, man. And then you shame the woman because they want to win. Oh, they're delusional. So am I. I'm here because delusion. You know what kind of delusion you have to be to put yourself on a microphone with flaws? Do you know how much shit can go wrong? What's wrong with a woman being delusional? I'm delusional. What's wrong with a woman never settling? I'm not settling. What's up with all this average shit? We might crap out. So what? What else is there to aspire to in America? What we doing here? We might not get rich. What else is there to do? We might never live the lifestyle of the rich and famous. What we doing? Do y'all want to win or not? You letting these niggas with the bag tell you it's okay to make 40 racks a year. You see the gas price? Is it okay? How are you bragging? Oh, yeah, we're in the middle class. The middle class is 55 bands. How is that a flex? Why are you bragging about that? And you letting the niggas with the money tell you it's okay. You know why? So you don't come after them. So what they're doing is trying to put the women on your level so you don't focus on who really got the money. And they all belong in fraternities. And they all belong in lodges. But instead of talking to you and elevating you, bro, here's how I did it. Nah, they say, nah, y'all be content. What I'm going to do is I'm going to knock the women down so y'all can get shows. That's what all this shit is about. Men, oh yeah, now I could get shows because the Messiah that just died put all the women on the level. Now I could get shows. Winter's coming. Summer's here. What happened? You want to win or not? Because these niggas talking to you don't want you to win. They don't love you, but you tattooing these niggas on you. They don't love you because if they love you, they would talk to you with a standard and about winning. These motherfuckers told you to lead with your wallet, but didn't tell you about glamour. All these talking points. But they ain't telling you to find a book based on your scriptures, though. But y'all Christian men, though, y'all love Jesus, right? But you're not using none of those metrics to find a woman. If a woman said, let's have Bible study, you wouldn't even take her serious. Fake ass niggas. But you'll use the Bible when it's talking about gender roles. Oh, yeah, you're created to be my helpmeet. But what if she say, all right, brother, let's have Bible study for a date? Nah. Tuh. Tuh. But the woman that's 35 and unmarried is a leftover woman? Really? What is the 35-year-old man? Does it work the same way or no? How does the 35-year-old man in the culture look, huh? Niggas gang. Let's go to Clubhouse, listen to them conversations. How's a 35-year-old man look? Does he feel left over? What's the 40-year-old man talking about? How does he handle conflict? Does he look in the phone, talk to his ops? When I see you, I'm gonna do this, that, and the third to you. The 40-year-old man is in the car listening to 21-year-old rappers. The 40-year-old rapper talks dumb as hell. The 40-year-old dresses like he's 12. We're talking about 35-year-old women? Nah. Talk about the men. And compare the 40-year-old man from this culture to the 40-year-old man in other cultures. Are we trying to win or not? "35-year-old woman is a leftover." What is the man? Can the 35-year-old man in this culture go to the 50-year-old man and talk to him about marriage, and talk to him about fatherhood, and talk to him about scaling? You know, I was terrified when I was turning 30 years old. Terrified. I didn't know what to do. There was no father to talk to me about the next stage of my life. When I held my son in my hands for the first time, I didn't know who to talk to. I'm 38 years old. Where the bros at? You know, I had to figure out my own damn way. Talking about women? Who got game for me? How do I go to the next level? Where the bros at? Where's the high value man? You think I want to talk about women makeup? You think I want to talk about that shit? I seen a damn gray in my beard the other day. Whoa. Where the bros at? Where's the bro spaces we could go talk about our mamas? No judgment. Where's the bro spaces we could go and be like, man, I'm scared as hell. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to lead my family. I'm terrified. But the women is left over. But they got a longer lifespan. People from this culture, the males, don't look that good when, whew, 45, you know, niggas aging dog years. The leftover women? Are these the men that don't get physicals talking? Are these the men with no dental insurance and no life insurance talking about women being left over? What are we talking about here? Get you a woman that understands the internet, fam, so you could go ahead and get you a win, and so you could get out the way, because they don't got no love for you, dog. I'm telling you that right now. Because if they loved you, they would minister to you and want to disciple to you, and they would minister directly to your needs where you're at. And a woman ain't your problem. A lot of y'all is one woman away from a win. It's money preaching separation. I'm gonna tell you separate from these niggas. I ain't gonna tell you separate from the women. You not one homie away from a win. You one woman away from a win. The reason why I can tell you that, fam, is because I had to let my mama go. You know, you gotta deal with that anger. You gotta deal with that hurt. You gotta get it off you. My mama was a flawed woman. Barbara was crazy. Crazy. That's mama though, right? She made a lot of mistakes. She operated off the information that she knew. Once you forgive mama's humanity, you start to see the world a little different. And that's the hard thing to do, to forgive the humanity of mama, right? Because you forget that she's a human. You think mama is a superhero, and you got a expectation, you know. Mama's flawed. Mama make mistakes. Mama was hoeing. My mama had 3 baby daddies, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna pretend my mama's a virgin. That's all right. I can process that too. You know what I mean? And when you are able to deal with that, you able to open up your heart just a little bit. So I don't give a damn about no handkerchief head niggas, what they got to say about me because I say you one woman away from a win. Give a damn. That's what I feel. Not just any woman, of course. Right? Not just any woman. Number one, a woman that can that's supposed to say teach you. Hold on, let me fix that. Hold on 1 second. Look, you see me out. Not words and everything. But we here though. Find a woman that she must be able to teach you something. She must be able to teach you something. Find you a woman that you can learn from. Now, you older niggas that want all these younger women, you in these young boys' way. You stopping their growth and development. All this high value man talk is competition between young dudes and old dudes. What's she teaching you? You done turned off your brain, huh? You don't want to learn nothing, huh? You 50, she 21, 22. What's the lesson here? Find you a woman that can teach you something. 50-year-old nigga, 60-year-old nigga, get out these young boys' way. Because if you dating women that are 22, 23, who they supposed to have? Who they gonna make mistakes with if the old niggas is dating all the young girls? You ain't done learning when you 50 and 60. Your ass is lazy. You don't want no challenge. If you 60, a younger woman for you is 40. If you 50, a younger woman for you is 35. What you doing all in the 20s, man? What about the young dudes? And then y'all go tricking, and now a 21-year-old girl's like, I don't want a 21-year-old dude, because y'all trick. When you 50, your journey ain't over, man. Why you don't want to be with a woman your age? Because of sex? I don't know if you done seen TikTok. A lot of these 50-year-olds, it ain't the old days. So if it's sex, you got to get a young boys a chance, man. We got to get out their way. You know what I mean? Like, just like you need a counsel and I need a counsel, they need counsel. What women they gonna mess with if you're competing with them? Like, you throwing off the balance. Okay, you get you some young pussy, leave it there. Throw her a couple dollars. You know what I mean? You know, they want a certain amount, $40. Go ahead and give her $40 and keep it moving. But find you a woman that can teach you something. You know what I mean? That can give you a different perspective. You know, all we got is each other. After the games and play is over, you know what I mean? All we got is each other. You know what I mean? So don't make the mistake of keep going back and forth and beefing and warring with the person that you're supposed to catch a win with. And I want men to upgrade their standards, because you are somebody, man, and you got purpose. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, it's a numbers game. It's a woman on your level. You know what I mean? Catch up with your own kind. But that feminine, fit, friendly, submissive, nah, that's dumb talk, man. Think about character. Be hypergamous. Find a woman that has incredible ability and that's able to show you something different. What I learned in life is there's superheroes and there's mortals, you know. I'm a superhero, you know what I mean? But I don't got weapons like Batman, and I'm not an X-Men. I'm not a Marvel character or none of that shit. You know what I mean? Under this hat, I'm just a nigga with waves. Until then, take care of each other. Peace.
The reason why you down, cause somebody stole something from you. They stole your creativity. They stole your innocence. They stole your ability to dream. Well, I can't